In the world that came after, the witches are gone, but something darker has taken their place. The Wraiths, silent, ethereal, and hungry, are the new species of despair. Unlike the witches, these beings do not build labyrinths, nor do they dance in grandeur. Instead, they slip through the cracks of reality, unseen and unnoticed, feeding on something far more intimate than flesh or blood. They feed on your emotions. The wraiths do not chase their prey. They don't need to. They simply exist. And as they do, they pull you closer. The very presence draining away everything you hold dear. And by the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late. The wraiths in Madoka Magica are not like the witches. They do not build labyrinths or toy with their victims. They do something far more insidious. They slip into your mind, your heart, and feed off your emotions. Every moment you exist in their presence, they take a little more, draining you slowly and silently until you're nothing but a hollow shell. You don't feel the pull at first. Maybe you sense a shadow in the corner of your eye, a slight chill in the air, but nothing more. And then you start to fade. Your thoughts become distant. Your emotions dull. What was once vibrant is now dim. But it's so gradual, so gentle, that you don't even notice until you're already deep in the Wraith's group. The Wraith doesn't need to touch you. Its hunger is quite passive even, but relentless. It pulls from your very soul, feasting on everything that makes you who you are. The more you resist, the faster you're drained. And in the end, there is no escape, because the Wraith doesn't chase you, it simply waits. There's something about the Wraith that is almost comforting. They don't scream. They don't attack. They don't make a spectacle of their hunger. Instead, they drain you gently, seducing you into a state of numbness, where all the pain and worry you once carried starts to fade. This is the true power of the Wraiths. They don't kill through violence. They kill through emptiness. They take away the weight of your emotions, and in doing so, they make you want to let go. After all, isn't it easier to surrender when there's nothing left to fight for? Imagine that feeling. The world starts to blur, the colors fade, and everything becomes light. You don't need to feel anything. Not sadness, not joy, not pain, just nothing. And in that nothingness, there's a strange allure, a soft, seductive whisper that tells you it's okay to give up, to let the Wraith take the last of you, because it will be peaceful, quiet. And that's how the Wraith wins. You don't even fight. You just let go. Wraiths don't simply feed on emotions. They feed on despair. But they do so in a way that is far more subtle than the witches before them. Witches dragged their victims into labyrinths, toyed with their minds, and ultimately broke them with violence. Wraiths, they take the more elegant approach. They starve their victims of emotions, turning joy into apathy, hope into nothingness. And when there's nothing left, that's when they devour. The process is slow, but that is the key to their seduction. You see, a quick death is terrifying. A slow one, it's comforting. You feel yourself slipping, piece by piece, and the wraith is there, whispering softly as it takes everything from you. You don't resist, because resistance seems pointless. The wraith makes you believe that it's better this way. You can feel it, can't you? The wraith is in your mind now, creeping through the darkest corners of your thoughts. It doesn't need to push. It doesn't need to pull. It just waits, draining you, drop by drop. And all the while it whispers, "Let go." Homura Akemi is no stranger to the wraiths, fights them again and again, trying to hold on to the last remnants of hope in a world that is slowly being drained by all meaning. But the wraiths don't stop. They don't tire. And as powerful as Homura is, she knows that even she cannot resist their pull forever. Because the wraiths are not just creatures of despair, they are inevitability. They don't strike down their prey. They simply wait. And with every battle, Homura loses a little more of herself, not to their attacks, but to their presence. She feels the weight of emptiness creeping into her soul, the same seductive numbness that has claimed so many before her. But that is the beauty of the wraith's method. You fight and fight, but in the end, it's not the fight that kills you. It's the slow surrender, the quiet erosion of everything you are, until all that's left is a shell, hollow and empty, waiting to be filled by their quiet hunger. Homura can battle the wraiths forever, but even she knows there's no escaping the final surrender. The wraiths don't offer salvation. They don't offer hope, but they do offer something else. Oblivion, a release from everything, from pain, from joy, from despair. It's a tempting offer, isn't it? To just let go, to stop feeling, to stop hurting. The wraiths don't need to chase their victims. They simply exist, slowly pulling you close until you can no longer resist. And by the time you feel their presence, you're already theirs. In the end, the wraith doesn't kill you. You give yourself to it. And that is the most seductive death of all.